What up, friendos? So if you've been a long-time viewer of my main channel, Kira TV, you might have seen this video, the scammer who keeps getting away with it. At least that's the title now, because I usually do change titles if a video doesn't perform super well, and this one typically hasn't. Well, this is about a company called Validus, who knows? Either way, it's a company that has been created by people who were involved in multiple other confirmed and also prosecuted Ponzi schemes. One such being OneCoin, which, if you'll remember, was the one with Ignaceva or whatever her name was and her brother, where they essentially sold parts of the business for like billions of dollars to people in the Middle East. And then as soon as the US government started coming after them, the main woman vanished, and she still hasn't been found despite owning, tens of millions of dollars worth of property in places like London. And her brother took over the company, flew to America for some reason, got arrested, and he's now in witness protection. Or at least that's what I remember from it. It's been a long time. Well, some of the people who were involved in OneCoin, these dudes, they have been involved in multiple alleged Ponzi schemes, essentially businesses that say, if you invest your money with us, give us a certain amount of money, we'll grow it real quickly in a ridiculous manner, usually by hundreds of %, to trick people in who are financially illiterate and don't know what the fuck's going on. And then obviously they pay some people out a little bit, rob Peter to pay Paul, essentially how all Ponzi schemes work, and then constantly siphon the money out and enrich themselves. And then when the bottom falls out, which inevitably it does, or when governments start sniffing around, they vanish and go and start a new one. And these people have done this with multiple companies. Again, you can go watch this video for evidence and the multiple companies they've been involved in. And then you can look at their new one, which is Validus. And this is one where they're offering up to 300% returns. You don't have to take my word for it, because here's some of their website, which, by the way, it's weird because they have multiple websites that are all completely different and all have completely different information, but they're all the same business. So you have here investment pack ranging from $50 to $10,000, which an investment pack is essentially you as a consumer, as a customer, buy one of these packs, and then that's your investment. It's like buying a share or a stock, only this thing has a set amount of value it goes up by, which is how you know immediately it's complete nonsense, right? Because there's no such thing as you buy something and somebody can guarantee it goes up a certain percentage of value over a certain amount of time. Because what happens when they have an off month? Obviously that never happens because it's not real. Everybody knows this. But if in realistic terms somebody had an off month in an investment, that would cost them exponential sums of money depending on how many people were in there, and then they'd be playing catch up. And that's how Ponzi schemes, run out of money, because they're not actually generating anything, and over time they eventually always have to fail, because if the money coming in doesn't outweigh the money they're paying out, they have to stop paying people out, which means the perception goes down. They're still paying each other and the people within the company and spending the money, so more money out, less money in, and then they eventually can't pay people, and it's just over. So they say, quote, "You make 350% in 13 months automatic compound interest," which is ridiculous. You cannot earn 350% returns in 13 months as a promise. Maybe somebody can, luckily. I invested in some fucking Pepe coin or whatever, and I got 350% this one time. Cool. You rolled the dice, you won the lottery. But as a business offering to people, ridiculous. Then obviously comes in the Ponzi-nomics, as we like to call them. Memberships. You can recruit people. You can go granny I know you love me and you used to cook me all that food I used to like and let me watch wrestling until 10 p.m. at night and, miss my bedtime when I was a young boy. But what I'm going to do is give you the opportunity of a lifetime. You and Gramps are going to buy into this thing, and I'm going to get a referral bonus, and you're going to lose all your money because it's a Ponzi scheme. But this is how it works. Earn 10% commission on your referrals purchases, 10% commission on your referrals pack renewals, 10% commission on your weak branch, ranking bonus based on your investor team's progress, and a global matrix which reach $5,000 in personal investment and earn $1 every day for every partner over 12 generations deep that comes after you in the matrix. What are they doing to earn all this money? Well, they claim that it's just expert investors. So these are investors that just beat all the best investors in the world, and they do it with your money and give all those crazy returns back to you because they're just that generous. Not just going to do it with their infinite money glitch and make themselves the richest people on the planet and basically make Elon Musk look like a fucking peasant. They're not going to do that, of course. They're really good guys, so they have to keep repeatedly making new companies and make you money. Of course they do. Now, why am I talking about this when I've already covered it in depth in a video that's way better than this one? Well, because my video released in July of 2022, and then in November of 2022, Australia, the government of Australia said, we're alerting you guys and alerting investors. You're not an investor if you buy into this. You're a fucking mug. I say that with all the love in my heart, but you're a mug if you buy into this. It's blatantly a fraud. Hopefully people understand from this video, don't ever invest in anything that has a percentage promised return. It's always a scam. So ASIC is alerting investors about an entity named Validus, which is offering a suspicious investment opportunity through the websites. And then you see here, they have multiple websites, and I've got them all pulled up. Some of them work, some of them hardly do. As you can see, these are the three that I've got to actually work. And of course, their Facebook group, Validus Australia. There's multiple Facebook groups for this in different regions. So the operators do not have an Australian financial services license. Of course they don't. And do not deal with or transfer money to this entity. Unfortunately, many people have, especially I saw, because there always is, a lot of these finance YouTube channels, tiny upstarts that are like, I have an affiliate link for everything. You guys, you few hundred or few thousand boomers who follow me, buy into this. And then they make videos like, oh yeah, this is upcoming and you should follow my referral link and buy this. For me, those people are fucking parasites in society that are essentially complicit with these crimes, because they should do enough research to know that they're literally perpetuating scams on people. So when governments start saying things like this, I think New Zealand has also put out a bulletin about this company as well. There's been multiple news sources as well from Australia saying, there's people who are known for fraudulent activity, promoting what is essentially what they call a scam. And they're saying they're promoting investments to Australians that promise a 300% return. These returns are alleged to be generated by professional traders who trade in crypto, forex, and other financial products using pooled funds. It's a fabrication. It doesn't exist. So why are they concerned? The Validus appears to be operating a financial services business in a manner that is likely to attract Australians to invest in its financial services. However, it's not licensed to provide financial services in Australia, which means customers will not be protected when things go wrong. The returns promised by Validus are unrealistic. Treat exorbitant rates of return with extreme caution. Treat any promised returns with caution. Nobody who's legit is going to promise you a return, because they can't. It's not possible. It's not how money works. There is no infinite money glitch like that. Validus accepts crypto assets as payment, because of course they do. Consumers do not have the same protections as they would if they paid by other means, such as transferring funds to an Australian bank account. Validus encourages investors to recruit new investors into the scheme. This is a classical sign of a pyramid scheme. And then they just give a bunch of information on how to get in touch with them and let them know you've been scammed. And they literally use this term here, see what to do if you've been scammed. And they're saying this is. Now, very recently, and when I say recently, I mean July 5th, but this happened in May. Imagine this, right? You are investing in a company and they say you can withdraw your money whenever you want. You can pull it out any day of the week, twice on a fucking Sunday. If you invested yesterday, you can pull it out tomorrow. You can do whatever you want. Your money is safe on our platform. And then they turn off withdrawals from May and tell you when you're not going to be able to withdraw your money until July. And if you tried to, we've cancelled your withdrawal request. So they say here, they acknowledge that many members have transferred their loyalty points to their main wallet on the Validus dashboard, and requested withdrawals on May 16th and May 25th. It is also our understanding that many of these withdrawals have still not been processed. He's posting this on July 5th. 2 months. Well, the better part of 2 months. We sincerely apologise for the severe delays. We appreciate this is an inconvenience and we thank you for your unwavering patience. To rectify these issues, we've been closely working with Validus to formulate a short-term plan which will be executed over the coming days and weeks. So then they say all outstanding withdrawals requests from accounts that have not completed their 60-week cycle will regrettably be cancelled. You can't have your money. Similarly, withdrawal requests from accounts which possess a VConnect leadership rank will also be cancelled. You don't get your money. The balance from the above will be transferred back to your wallet, your balance or whatever. For accounts that have completed their 60-week and do not hold a VConnect leadership rank, withdrawal requests will be handled as follows. Requests for withdrawals made on 16th of May will be processed on the week commencing 10th of July, and the requests on the 25th of May will be processed on the week commencing the 24th of July. So why are they doing this? Why would they not just give people their money, and why would withdrawals be turned off for 2 months? Obviously, it's money issues, right? Liquidity problems, which happens when you're running a Ponzi scheme because you don't have the money from Peter to pay Paul. You're running out. The bottom's falling out. They claim that they've raised over $200 million. If you have, and all you're doing is investing in things that you can just sell, and it's customer funds you're doing it with. When a customer wants their funds, you don't need to wait 2 months to give it to them. You don't need to cancel other people's withdrawals. And not only this, people are still claiming that the withdrawals aren't being processed. There are multiple YouTube videos going over this. There's Trustpilot reviews that are essentially saying the same thing. July 18th, 7 days ago, which is obviously beyond the date by which they said some people were able to get their money. Avoid it, can't withdraw my money. They won't allow it. They closed withdrawals for over a month to make upgrades to a smart contract. They're not on cryptocurrency. It's not on the blockchain, so this is a ridiculous fucking notion. It opened up again on May 16th, but only for people that recruit and earn bonus through that. People like me that invested and want to withdraw their rewards, impossible to do that. I withdrawn on May 16th and all withdrawals are still on pending, and it's June 17th now. Stay away from this motherfucking scam. June 10th, still waiting for withdrawals. 2 weeks later, scam alert, investment opportunity with Validus. Again, scam. And a lot of people are talking about this. Now, the problem is about finding information regarding this is because they prey on people that are older, finding social media posts about this are almost impossible in English. Nobody's talking about it. They operate in a lot of places where, the Twitters are going to be from different languages and stuff like that. And obviously the best way for me to get information about this is to put out a video like this and then encourage anybody who has put money into this to reach out to me. Email is in the about section of my YouTube channel. DM me on Discord, DM me on Twitter, and I'll look into your situation. And I want to talk to people that have put money into this and their experience, because obviously the wheels are falling off on this one, at least from what it looks like. When governments start saying this looks like a scam, don't put money into it, obviously real big issue. And when payment stops, and obviously the biggest thing when you go on, for instance, like the United States websites where they talk about how to avoid being scammed, they'll say one of the biggest red flags is promise of return. One of the other biggest red flags is when they make it difficult to get your money, add like multiple tiers and random things you have to do, hoops you have to jump through, money you have to send them to withdraw, and also of course just not letting you in the first place. Is just, they're all the hallmarks of you getting ripped off, basically. So I do want to do some more work on this. I do want to speak to the victims. Obviously I put a video about this way before it was called out by Australian government and stuff. Hopefully that saved some people, but unfortunately a lot of other people have apparently given them up to $200 million. Nothing I can do about that, but maybe we can do something else. So thanks for watching. Socials in description, and I'll see you next time. Peace.